Math is always moving forward. Ever since the beginning of time, when God created the world, new discoveries, new doors have opened, all of which have ultimately led to the discovery of even more doors. One person who opened several of these doors was Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein was born on March 14, 1879 in Ulm in the Kingdom of Württemberg in Germany to Hermann and Pauline Einstein. He lived with his parents in Munich for 7 years before his parents moved to Italy to pursue better business opportunities. Meanwhile, Albert stayed in Munich to study at the Lutheraner Gymnasium. Albert Einstein was quite the rebel and resented the school's teaching methods, later claiming that teaching based on memorization killed creativity. Albert loved to play music as a child and would probably have become a musician had he not become successful in math and science. When Albert was 18, he attempted an entrance exam to get into the Swiss Federal Polytechnic. He failed, but succeeded in the sections dealing with physics and mathematics. So the principal suggested that he go to the Argovian Cantonal School, also in Switzerland, which he did. Soon enough, Einstein began to evolve into one of the brightest minds of history. He got a teaching diploma, and his love for physics grew. Soon after getting his PhD, he published 4 groundbreaking papers on the photoelectric effect, Brownian motion, special relativity, and the equivalence of mass and energy, which made him known in the academic world. He was only 26 years old. Water particles.
Einstein's theory of relativity was released in 1915. It has 2 parts, general relativity and special relativity. Things that are relative are different depending on the observer. For example, whether an object is on the left or the right side of the room depends on the perspective of the person. The first part of this theory is general relativity, in which Einstein determined that massive objects cause a distortion in space-time, which is known as gravity. The second part, special relativity, talks about what's relative and absolute in time, space, and motion. It also describes the circulation of matter and light at high speeds.
Another one of Einstein's contributions to mathematics was Bose-Einstein statistics. Bose-Einstein statistics is one of 2 possible ways in which a collection of non-intersecting, indistinguishable particles may occupy a set of available discrete energy states at thermodynamic equilibrium. An Indian physicist named Bose discovered the boson, a subatomic particle named after him. Bose sent his ideas to Einstein.
Einstein's final contribution to mathematics was the E equals mc squared formula, in which E stands for energy, m stands for mass, and c stands for the speed of light. This was one of the key components in building the atomic bomb that was used against Japan to help end World War II. It states that matter and energy are essentially the same thing. Matter can be turned into energy, and energy can be turned into matter.
God gave us math to use in positive ways. Math should be used to glorify and point toward God. Discovering new postulates and laws helps our forward thinking and our knowledge of the world. Yet new ideas are not always glorifying God. The fall causes us to sin and twist the blessings God has given to us. Albert Einstein's theory of special relativity was used in a sinful way. The creation of the atomic bomb was based off his theory that a large amount of energy could be made from a small amount of energy. Besides just creating the theory, Einstein urged President Roosevelt to build an atomic bomb. He intended it to be used as a deterrent against Germany in the case that they had built an atomic bomb as well. After the bombs were dropped on Japan, he did not respond to anyone for weeks until he said this: "I made one great mistake in my life when I signed the letter to President Roosevelt recommending that atom bombs be made. But there was some justification. The danger that the Germans would make them." Albert Einstein was a profound and great mathematician. Most of his work was God-honoring and helped forward our world. Sadly, sin twisted some of his work. The It was used in a way that caused death and ruined lives. In all aspects of life, it is important to use our accounts for ways that advance our world, not ways that tear it apart.
Albert Einstein was one of the greatest mathematicians that ever lived.
He made many great contributions to the field of science and mathematics.
All of these contributions lead to new discoveries, which ultimately lead to new doors being opened in both of these fields.